What's up everyone, Shanesh again here, welcome back to another video. If you first time come to my channel, start now by clicking the subscribe button and press the notification bell. Okay guys, today's video is gonna be about an Apple, not this Apple, I said this Apple. Today's video we're gonna see about an Apple product. As you guys can think it's an iPhone, or no, it's mobile, or like AirPods, or like TV, okay? So we're gonna see about mobile, not unboxing, not review, not news. So today's video is gonna be, okay, first of all, have you guys ever think yourself when was the first iPhone released and when or what is the iPhone's name? I got think. Okay, you guys think? Leave your comments. If you guys think when was the first iPhone come and what is name? So today's video is gonna be very different. So today we're gonna see the evolution of iPhone. It means the evolution of Apple mobiles, or it means the evolution of Apple phones, or it means the history of Apple iOS, iPhone. Yes, just like that. Anything you can say. So hope you guys enjoy this video without wasting time. Let's jump into the video. You guys wanna see evolution of iPhone? Camera. Yo guys, Apple. Yo guys, Apple is one of the famous and popular, both same, right? Okay. Apple is one of the most popular brand in the world, okay? But not richest company. Richest mobile company is Samsung, not Apple, okay? So I say what beginning of the video I say today we're gonna see the evolution of iPhone. So let's start.
Okay, this is the first iPhone that Apple released. The name is iPhone, just iPhone. This phone was released on June 29, 2007. Can you believe 16 GB is all you could put on the original phone? Granted, there wasn't nearly as much data to boot on the iPhone yet, so and certainly no App Store. But you had to access the internet on a screen you could actually see it on, and it could handle 128 MB of memory. The camera was just 2 megapixels, so terrible, but a phone with camera, holy moly. Okay, the second phone is iPhone 3G. This phone was released on July 11, 2008. As far as internal specs go, the iPhone 3G wasn't much different than the original iPhone. But now there was an app store. This iPhone got its moniker for its 3G connectivity, which means access to internet you could actually use without wanting to throw the iPhone access the room. Yo guys, the third phone is iPhone 3G. As this phone was released on June 19, 2009. Apple introduced the 32 GB storage option with the iPhone 3G, as clearly introducing the App Store changed things quickly. Between photos, music and apps, 16 GB wasn't going to cut it. The camera got an upgrade to 3 megapixel and added a video recording. Apple also added voice control, although we had to wait a couple more years before the introduction of Siri. So guys, the fourth phone is iPhone 4. This phone was released on June 24, 2010. Now we are getting somewhere. The iPhone 4 was the first iPhone have a front-facing camera. It means selfie. Little did Apple know selfies would take over the world. iPhone 4 also got Retina display with 512 memory. It was equipped to handle a lot more than even iPhone 3GS, which has only had 256 MB of memory. You can see the technology was beginning to look little more familiar, but 32 GB was still the maximum amount of storage iPhone could hold. Terrible. Yo guys, the next phone is iPhone 4S. This phone was released on October 14, 2011. Talk about a huge difference between the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S. The camera went from 5 MP to whopping 8 MP. Now that's an upgrade. Apple also introduced a 64 GB storage option, but keep the memory at 512 MB. Video could then be recorded in 1080p. Oh, I can't forget. Hello Siri, Apple sold 4 million units of the iPhone 4S in its first week. iPhone 5. This phone was released on September 21, 2012. Apple sold 5 million units of the iPhone 5 in its first week. The camera stayed the same, but the memory was boosted all the way up to 1 GB. You thought the 3G was cool. Psh. The iPhone 5 had LTE connectivity. Hello, internet everywhere. Apple also introduced the Lightning connector with the iPhone 5, and for the first time the screen got bigger. All previous generation display were 3.5 inches, but the iPhone 5 was 4 inches. Cool. Yo guys, the next phone is iPhone 5S and iPhone 5C. These both phones are released on September 20, 2013. Between the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 5C, Apple sold 9 million units in the first week of sales. The iPhone 5C was meant to be slightly more affordable and plastic shell. It was available in 4 different colors, but not too much. else was different, but the iPhone 5s on the other hand introduced Touch ID, it means fingerprint, dual flash and slow motion video, plus it included M7 Motion Core processor, which opened a new realm of possibilities and also helped to save battery life. Okay, this phone is iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. This both phone was released on September 19, 2014. Apple tends to make large leaps between the original model and the S edition. That is done is from the S edition to a new model. The iPhone 6 internal space was similar to the iPhone 5s. The biggest difference was a significantly larger screen, offering an even larger size called 6 Plus. The Retina display became HD, and the option to get an iPhone with 128GB of storage became available, but the amount of memory was the same, and the camera didn't see a megapixel upgrade, but it didn't matter. Apple sold 10 million units in the first week. Okay, the next phone is iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. This both phone was released on September 19, 2015. Well, not everything, it basically looked the same, but inside Apple upgraded to iPhone 6s quite a lot. The camera made a huge leap forward, going to from 8 megapixel to 12 megapixel. The memory was also doubled from 1GB to 2GB. After the iPhone 6 had some bending issues, #Bendgate, Apple gave the iPhone 6s 7 series aluminum to make sure that never happened again. Last but not least, 3D Touch was introduced. Yo, this is the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus. These both phones was released on September 16, 2016. Apple finally dropped the 16GB base model option with the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. Base model starting at 32GB of storage and going up to 256GB. Wow! Apple also introduced a new shiny jet black color. The iPhone 7 Plus proved to be more popular than previous Plus models due to its new dual camera, which made a significant improved zoom feature possible and portrait mode. A software update that let iPhone 7 Plus users take impressive photos using depth of field, perhaps the most controversial feature of the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. Apple removed the headphone jack. The new iPhone shipped to earpods that plug into Lightning port and the adapter for traditional headphones. Okay guys, this is the iPhone SE. This phone was released on March 31, 2016. Okay, sorry, this phone after release this phone, then only the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus released. This is the first. Don't think I forgot on the iPhone SE. I haul at the awesome internal specs of the iPhone 6s in a small package without 3D touch. But overall, the iPhone SE was introduced as a more affordable option that people really love. Yo, this is the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus, my favorite phone. This both phone was released on September 22, 2017. iPhone 8 and 8 Plus introduced us to wireless charging with the glass cover on the back on the iPhone. The camera was awesome with upgraded tools for editing and filtering our images. The True Tone display improved the viewing experience by automatically reducing blue light exposure. Users even actually mostly got used to not having a headphone jack, began to adapting wireless lifestyle. Yo, this is the iPhone X. This phone was released on November 3, 2017. Speaking of awesome cameras, the iPhone X included an extra front-facing camera that let us taking amazing selfies in portrait mode. Sure, other iPhones let us to cool-looking photos, but the iPhone X included portrait mode for the front-facing camera. We'll feel in love with its first aperture. Yo guys, this is the iPhone XS and XS Max. This both phone was released on September 21, 2018. Skipping right over the iPhone 9, Apple announced the XX and XX Max and its September 2018 event in the Steve Jobs Theater. These models were very well named as they were definite upgrades along the lines of the iPhone X. Both models had a front-facing camera for portrait mode selfies. The displays were edge-to-edge and it looked great with a Super Retina HD display. The biggest upgrade might be the smallest. The A12 Bionic chip increased processing power while decreasing battery drain. Yo, this is the iPhone XR. This phone was released on October 26, 2018. iPhone XR also announced at September 2018 event, but wasn't available right away because it was cheaper of the new models. Quite a few people decided to wait for the iPhone XR to be available. These iPhones were smaller than the XS and XS Max, but still bigger than the 7 and 8 Plus. The display was not as crisp as the XS and XS Max, but with the liquid Retina HD display, the difference wasn't too noticeable. This model also had a front-facing camera and came away in more colors than the XS or XX Max. You guys, this is the iPhone 11, the recent phones. This phone was released on September 20, 2019. iPhone 11 is the least expensive of annual Apple's line, but still have enough new features to be in running for 2019 most popular iPhone. The device features a 6.1-inch liquid retina display and comes in 6 crisp colors. The most exciting addition may be the second camera on the back of the 11, both 12 megapixel and offering wide and ultra-wide lenses. Yo guys, this is the iPhone 11 Pro Max, every youngster's dream. This phone is released on September 20, 2019. Apple's largest and most expensive phone of the 2019 is the iPhone 11 Pro Max. The display is Apple's Super Retina XDR with the 11 Pro, but size at 6.5 inches. The Pro Max features same 3 lenses camera setup as the 11 Pro, as well the same color choices, making size nearly the only difference between the devices. Yo guys, this is the iPhone 11 Pro. This phone is released on September 20, 2019. Okay, this phone is released first, not the 11 Pro Max. Just now I said wrongly. After this phone release, then only the 11 Pro Max released. For Apple customers who are looking for a smaller phone with a top-of-line display, the iPhone 11 Pro is for you. The 5.8-inch Super Retina XDR display is Apple's most crisp and clear to date. The phone features not 2 but 3 12-megapixel HDR camera lenses, offering wide, ultra-wide and telephoto lenses. The color options are more muted than the iPhone 11, but there's always an option to add a flashy case. Yo, this is the iPhone SE second generation. It means iPhone SE 2020. This phone is released on April 24, 2020. Apple takes a few cues from the past with the throwback phone. The 4.7-inch Retina HD display and the home button with Touch ID harken back to the original iPhone SE, and with a similar low price. The second generation SE offers many of the features Apple's most expensive iPhone, including A13 Bionic chip, advanced camera system with portrait mode and depth control, high definition video, wireless charging capability, and long battery life.
Let's learn the technology and explore it. Guys, don't forget to press the subscribe button and press the notification bell and like this video and share it to your friends. Okay guys, so hope you guys will enjoy this video. So I am here Shane, guys, signing out from Shane's Tech World.